All right, well, let's start on the back. Melissa and Deborah look too comfortable to move. Kelly over there too, so we'll just get everybody else to join them. And you decide what feels right. You want to sway a little bit, your head, your hips. Maybe just move your toes. Now, for some of you, this may be the treat of your week, the easiest thing that you do coming into this building. For some of you, energetically, this may be the easiest thing you do, but mentally, this may be the hardest thing that you ask yourself to do when you come in this building. To just feel your body, to exist inside your mind. And not to be critical, not to be thinking about what could change, but rather just being right here, now. Let's take in the reality of everything that's going on around you, the reality of your environment. Do you smell anything? Any lingering taste in your mouth? Without needing to open your eyes, can you notice the amount of light that surrounds you? Listen for the sounds that are happening outside of our building. Listen for the sounds inside the building, inside our room. And the sound of your own breath. Feel your body touching the floor. The back of your head held, supported. Feel your exposed skin being touched by that gently warm air. In your mind, search for the lines of your clothing. Maybe you could even notice the weight, the temperature, the texture of your clothing. So scent, taste, sight, sound, touch. Your 5 senses are how you interact with the environment around you. And just checking in with those 5 senses helps bring you into the moment and helps you absorb the energy that's going on around you so it can become just a little less distracting over time. So let's take a similar journey inward. Start at the bottoms of your feet and work up towards your head. How does your body physically feel today? Are you experiencing any anxiety today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much? No judgment, just awareness. How is your breath? Is it naturally deep, shallow, neutral? Does your breath feel like it takes energy? It gives you energy, or is neutral? Is the temperature of your breath warm, cold, or once again, neutral? How's your heart rate? No longer literal. How does your heart feel? What emotions have you been carrying with you lately? What are you feeling now? What do you feel the remnants of? How do you want to feel when you leave here today? When our collective practice is all done, we've sighed, we've omed, we've rolled up our mats, walked outside, and the sun kisses your face. Your eyelids instinctually close, your mouth just gently smiles. What kind of energy do you want to feel? What kind of thoughts do you want to be having about yourself once you leave here today? So now collectively agreeing that no matter what happens in this room, no matter what happens on your mat, that's how you're going to feel when you leave here. The intention is set. Just by thinking of it, you've created that energy. And now you know it doesn't matter if you choose to do every pose I offer or you choose to do nothing but follow your own instinct and intuition. The energy that we're working towards is set. We're going to get there no matter what different paths we may take. So in your very own way, start to wake yourself up. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, or find movement within the spine. And start to breathe slower in and out through your nose. Bend both your knees so your feet are flat to the ground. Keep breathing in and out nice and slow. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat and tip your knees together. You could be still or lightly sway your knees side to side. And if you like to be a little dramatic with things, make your sway nice and dramatic. I'm here to encourage you to be you, not to hold you back in any way. And slowly heel toe your feet towards one another. Maybe you want to use your hands to help lower your knees wide over the edges of your mat. Now, listening to your own body, to your own nervous system, if you can release your hands and settle, do that. If there's a little moment of panic, if your muscles are tense and lifting up, maybe find your 2 blocks and wedge them underneath your thighs, your knees, or your calves, or all of it to support your legs. Sometimes our props just give us that little safety net, knowing that no matter how much you relax and surrender, you couldn't overdo it because you brought that baseline to you. In and out through the nose, creating your Ujjayi breath. Turning on your parasympathetic nervous system. Slide your hands outside of your legs once again. This time, use the strength of your arms to slowly press your knees and thighs all the way together. And lift your feet up off of the floor. Your hips stacked over, your knees stacked over your hips, rock side to side. Massage your lower back on the ground. If you find a sweet spot and you want to linger there, do that. If you want to turn it into a circle, you can do that. Just make sure you circle in both directions a few times. We're going to play with different variations of the same twist. Bring your legs over to the right. Open your arms wide in a T shape if you have room, or elbows wide, hands behind your head if you don't know your neighbor, and turn your head opposite of your legs. Legs to the right, head to the left. And if it's uncomfortable anywhere in your body for your legs to be heavy to the earth, you can take a block or bolster, place that underneath the legs so they find something to rest to. Maybe take a blanket or another block and place it in between the legs if they don't comfortably rest together. Same idea for the arms. If one of your shoulders feels like it's dangling off the ground, but gravity is a welcoming hug towards the earth, you can stay there. If one shoulder is dangling off the ground and all you can think of is, oh my gosh, then take your block, your blanket, your bolster, maybe prop underneath the arm so the arm is held and supported. And if you ever don't have something that you think you might want, just give me a little wave. Put me to work. I encourage you to listen to your own intuition. If this feels like the right place to be, stay right there. Otherwise, we're just going to explore slightly adjusting the legs. Everything else stays as it is. Slowly lift up your left leg, that's your top leg, and slide your left foot over to the left edge of your mat. Maybe it even steps off onto the floor, and try to lower the inside of the left knee down towards the center of your mat. Stag-legged variation of this supine twist. Option to go back to the legs being stacked. stay as you are, or there's the option to gently lift your right foot and place it upon your left thigh for a gentle bind. Nothing forced. Awareness back to your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. If the right foot is lifted for the bind, gently bring it down. Playing with a different variation just of the legs. Start to lift the left leg back up and extend your left foot over to the right. You could lower the foot down like that. You could lightly lift the bottom leg, your right leg, and bend the left knee. Tuck the foot underneath the lifted right leg. Your legs crossed, eagle style. Or like you had to go to the bathroom really bad. An option, stay just like that. Maybe your right hand gets involved in some way, holding on to the left foot, reaching on to the left thigh. Take as many little readjustments as you need. Each limb, the entirety of the spine, the gaze, the mindset, the breath. And return back flat to your back. Reach both your legs up towards the sky and circle your ankles around. Place one hand somewhere on your ribs, one hand somewhere on your abdomen. They don't have to be center. Circle the ankles in the other direction. Bend your knees, feet flat to the ground. Switch your hands. Close your eyes if they've opened. Maybe tip your knees together if it feels like work to keep them lifted. Just feel yourself in this moment, a moment you've never lived before. A gift just to be here. Now feel grateful for the gift of being here. Inhale to lift your knees, wrap your arms over your legs, lift your head, give yourself a hug. You can hold tight or lightly rock side to side. And then when you are ready, rock your legs over to the left, bring your head back down, arms open, turn your head to the right. Supine twist on the other side. And just as we did with the very first twist, take your time. I'm going to give you lots of options. If the hips themselves being heavy to the ground brings discomfort anywhere in your body, then bring the ground up to your legs. Use your bolster, blanket, or block. If having the knees together, the collapsing of the legs does not feel pleasant, then find a way to wedge the legs. Again, bolster, blocks, blanket, combination. And then giving that same love, awareness, patience, and compassion to the arms, the shoulders, the upper back, the neck. Listen to your body. Is there anything that is saying this is not quite right for me? Now, it doesn't mean that the arm has to touch the ground, but there's a difference between your arm, your shoulder reaching out into space and feeling comfortable with the pull of gravity versus the arm reaching out in space and feeling as though it has to hold itself up for safety. In which case, bring the ground to the arm. Use your props. Give me a little wave. I'll bring you more. But unlike most of the things that we offer here at Sessions, it's not about the amount of energy you can put into this to get the most out of it. It's the opposite. Your ability to completely release, surrender, that is where the depth of the opening comes from. The less you do, the bigger the benefits. And that is what can make this the hardest for some of us in the room. And part of building your intuition is not just moving as soon as the offering is heard, but taking in the offering and then asking your body if it's right for you. So before we begin to adjust the legs anywhere, does your body want to move into a different variation of this twist? If it does, slowly start to lift the top leg, your right leg. Slide the right foot towards the right edge of your mat, maybe even off of it. The right knee dripping down towards the center of your mat. If you need to readjust your shoulders, your head, do that. The options here, you could bring the right leg back onto the left to stack, or maybe lift the left foot and place it gently upon your right thigh. And we honor the existence of distraction. And use control of your breath, the in and out through the nose, to help control your mind, your nervous system, your ability to stay soft in your muscle. And slowly, if the foot is bound, gently bring it back to the ground. Starting to lift the right leg, sliding it back over to the left and extending the right leg over to the left. To hang heavy, to rest on a prop or the ground. Option, left hand to right leg, or lightly lift your right knee. Left knee, bend your right leg and tuck it under the left leg. Our eagle legs. Again, readjust the shoulders, the spine, the head. Breathe. What beautiful words. Roll back onto your spine. One hand on the chest, one hand on the abdomen, legs high. And point one foot while the other flexes. And switch with your breath. Keep the feet moving, switch your hands. Hug your knees into your chest. On an inhale, wrap the arms over the legs. Maybe lift your head, give yourself a hug, rock or sway. Yogi's choice, roll over to one side or use momentum or control to come up to seated. Right leg extended, left leg bent, bow forward, seated tree. Now, for the sake of how we're all positioned in the room, I'm not going to use right and left, but rather windows and wall. Oh, look, we're going to turn into the yin yang twins here. So at an inhale, lift your arms up, and on your exhale, turn to the window. Reach your arm to the back of your mat. Nice big twist. Arms open wide. Come back to center. Breathe in. Exhale. Turn to the wall. Reach the arm back. Arms open wide. That's the pattern. Come up. Breathe in. Twist. Breathe out. Up. And twist. We'll add a little more. Inhale. Come up. Same inhale. Bow. Exhale. Lift. And twist. Inhale, up, same inhale, bow. Exhale, lift. Keep exhaling, twist. Bring it out. One more time each side. Both arms up. Inhale, back to right and left. Lift your left leg up and give it a hug. With the left knee bent, lift the left foot, step it over your right. Two options: hug your right arm around your left leg or take your right arm to the outside of your left leg. Left hand behind you at the back of your mat. Lift your spine up, get long and tall, breathe in. And on your exhale, try to bring your chin towards the left shoulder, looking over the back of your mat. It's called Half Lord of the Fishes. If you feel balanced, perhaps your left hand leaves the back of your mat and you tuck it behind your back. Come back to center. Inhale, both arms up. Extend the left leg long and bow forward for 2 breaths. Intense seated forward fold, your version. Slowly lift yourself up on the inhale. Bend your right knee and bow forward. Seated tree on the side we haven't done yet. And we'll get into that pattern of flow with our breath. We call it vinyasa. Lift your chest up, arms up, breathe in. Exhale, we'll twist to the wall, breathe out. Center, inhale. Rotate to the other side as you exhale. We'll add the bow if you'd like for the next 6 breaths. Inhale to lift, keep inhaling to bow. Exhale, rise and twist. One more. Come back to center on the inhale. Bring the right knee up and give the leg a hug. Lift your right foot to step it over your left. Either hook the left arm to the right leg or bring the left arm to the outside of the right leg. Right hand behind you. Lift your chest, get long and tall in your spine, and turn your head to place the chin as much over the right shoulder as you can. Each inhale, you're trying to get longer and taller. The exhales help provide more twists. If you feel rather balanced, maybe lift the right hand and tuck it behind the back. Keep your legs as they are and slowly bring both of your hands towards the front of your mat. Turn to the left. Both of your hands or forearms to the back of the mat, because that's my choice. Press your right foot down and then roll onto the front side of your body. I made it sound so much harder than it was actually going to be. Now that you're lifted, bring your left elbow and arm a little more forward to thread the right arm underneath. You might want to get a prop to lower your head onto, your blanket, your bolster, your block. Maybe you could slide the right shoulder down and bring the head down. If you want to add a little more, reach your left fingertips forward. And then if you're feeling just a little extra bendy, a little pretzel-y today, maybe you turn your head all the way over to the right. Well, here's what I ask you, though. If you're clenching your jaw, your forehead, your toes, or your butt, how could you release the pose just enough that all the muscles in the body are willing to surrender? Slowly start to press yourself back up onto your forearm. Send the right arm straight over to the side, to the right, palm down. Left hand now under your left shoulder. Bend your left knee. With your right cheek or ear to the ground or a prop, lift your whole left thigh off the ground and try to roll onto the right side of your body, your ribs, your hip, your legs. Step the left foot behind you, nice and close towards your mat. And try to press the left knee up towards the ceiling. The closer your left foot is towards the back of your right leg, the more opening you start to build in the hip. But use your intuition to guide you into the sweet spots here. The exact position for the arm, the hand, the head, the legs. Yeah, maybe you negate one of those portions, the arm or the leg. And roll back down onto the front side of the body. Coming up onto forearms, adjusting the right forearm a little more forward. This time left arm threads under the right. Readjusting any props to help support the head. The neck feels supported, aligned, protected. Maybe you reach the right arm as far away from you as you can. Perhaps you lift your head and turn it to the right. Release the twist by bringing the left arm straight over to the left, palm down, if you're able to. Bring your left cheek towards the ground, right hand under your right shoulder, bend your right knee, lift your right thigh, and roll to your left side, stepping the right foot behind the left leg. It can be close, it can be far, trying to point the knee up towards the ceiling to create a hip opener. But now you readjust for what works best for you. And perhaps it can't be both arm and leg at the same time. In which case you allow your intuition to guide you. Which one is asking for the love? And roll back onto the front side of your body. Come back up onto your forearms. Tuck your forearms in nice and close to your ribs. Try to pull your ribs forward through your forearms, but then tuck your chin to your chest. Close your eyes, hang your head heavy. Peel your shoulder blades back as if your shoulder blades were trying to reach your feet all the way behind you. Press your pelvic bone down into the mat. And breathe here. Not trying to create a back bend, but trying to create length in the side body, length in the lower back, and lift in the upper back. Take a big inhale and lower down on your exhale. Push up onto your hands and your knees. Tabletop to cat and cow. Arch, round, maybe circle your tailbone. Find all the sweet movements of your spine. And sit your hips back towards your heels, maybe onto a bolster or blocks. Extend your arms forward or reach your arms beside your legs. If your arms are back, bring them gently forward. Walk your hands and adjust your head just a little over to the left. That little to the left of head and hands is going to make the right side body longer. Maybe reach with the right fingers and push the right hip towards the back of your mat. If you want to intensify your side body stretch, you can place your left hand or forearm over to the left and bring the right arm completely up and over. Your version. Bring your hands back out in front of you to center. And explore over to the right. Hands and head adjust to the right, and now the left side is long. Perhaps you stretch more with the left hand or push the left hip back and down. If your side body requires a little more intensity to feel the stretch, adjust over to the right hand or forearm right to the side of the mat and bring the left arm up and over. And bring your hands back out in front of you. Come up to tabletop. 3 choices of how you want to end class. Flat on your back. You can pull yourself all the way up against the wall, legs up wall, very cleverly named, or we can use our props to create a back bend. So either way, you're going to come down onto your butt. If you like to be flat, just melt to the ground and start ignoring everything I say. If you love legs up the wall, slide your mat right up to the wall. And if you'd like a little bit of a recliner type thing, here, we could even go higher than that today. You can use your blocks, make a little wedge formation. It's going to do what it wants to, apparently. And use it like a beach chair. In fact, if we had enough props to have one under our knees and two under our arms, this would be the formally known beach chair pose. If you're not quite sure how to set yourself up, let me know. You absolutely don't need the blocks underneath the bolster. Just draping your spine over it may feel more good enough. Maybe you want the bolster underneath your knees, keeping your legs slightly bent. Or one of my favorites, the bolster, block, or blanket, just over the lowest part of your abdomen, just a little pressure over your sacral and root chakras. It's your body thanking you for being here today, for choosing you, for showing it love and patience. What a gift this day is. The sun outside, the abundance of green that you'll get to see today, representing your heart's energy. What a blessing it is to have this time together, to have community, like-minded people, wanting the best for themselves, wanting to be the better version of themselves, knowing that everybody else in their lives benefits from it. So take a moment, feel that collective energy around you. A room full of badass women choosing themselves, prioritizing their health, their wellness, their mental stability. But especially as women, we can find that hard to put ourselves first. Everybody else somehow can always be on the list ahead of us. But feel the inspiring energy around you. Those that help you show up on the hard days. Now think about next year, St. Patrick's Day, 2027. Imagine being in this room with all the same badass women. But imagine the collective energy shift. A whole year of everybody working on themselves, prioritizing themselves, and in return, becoming just a higher vibrating version of themselves. Can you imagine the entire room just slightly more uplifted? Can you imagine your body feeling just a little more relaxed, but also energized with that energy? And here's the hard question. Can you appreciate that you are helping raise that vibration? So today is the gift. Today is the blessing. Why are we going to wait a year to raise the collective vibration? We just did. Each and every one of you thinking about it made it happen. That's the magic of intention and purpose. So now with purpose, with intention, start to wake yourself up to this really, really great day that you're going to have. This sunny St. Patrick's Day in March. Get long in your limbs. Get long in your spine. Reacquaint yourself to the lovely energy all around. And hug your knees towards your chest. Slowly rolling over to one side if you're not already there. Pressing up to seated if you're not already there. Hands on your lap, your heart, or anywhere else you'd like to place them. Sealing our shared time, breath, and energy this morning with a single sigh, an om, and a breath of silence. Together, big breath in. The word sukha is wishing joy and ease for all. The word mudita is a passive joy we experience when we see anybody else being happy. Joy for you equals joy for me because there's happiness for us all when we watch each other succeed. We wish that for ourselves, for each other, for all. By taking a bow, repeat Sukha Mudita.